So it's 25 to 12 on Saturday the 23rd of May 2009. And I see this is a Pessi zona, so they only put them in the centre, so I presume this is the centre. And apparently there's a nice castle here called or fortress called or maybe it's a palace called the Spellberg Fortress. And there is also an interesting looking cathedral. I was in fact going to walk here from the hotel. Decided to take the car for reasons of time. Well, now I've got here, of course I could have come by tram. I'm standing at this point here. I've got some very nice old streets. And this street, which is a pedestrian street, just clearly had the traffic going up and down at once, and there's plenty of room probably for the traffic still to go up it, so it's quite a brave decision of the local authorities to do that. Another nice old street, and another nice old street, and there is a former old street with some socialist era monstrosity put in there. Of course there's probably people living in there now, so it can't be taken away. $584,000 for a car like that. Which is roughly £12,000 in proper money. Nice fountain as well. So as far as I can tell, this is Nam Svoboda, which means Freedom Square. Well, Svoboda means freedom. I suppose that Nam is short for the word for square. And something's about to happen here. So this is Kosova Street, which is now being rebuilt, as can be seen. So this is the Spillberg Park, and at the top of it, I imagine it's at the top, I don't know, is the Spillberg Castle, and which was a fortress, a prison and army barracks, and I think now a museum. Now the name of Brno is I'm not really interested in etymology, despite the fact that a lot of people think I am. But in this case, it's mildly interesting. There's a word in Old Czech which means swamp or wetlands or something like that, which is roughly similar. But it could be the word in German is Brunn. The word in Welsh for hill is Brunn, and question here remaining, is it a Proto-Celtic word or a Celtic word for hill, coming from the pre-Slavonic inhabitants? And that, I don't know. Pohadoviles. Does that mean magic forest? I wonder. And there's the washing line. There's some pictures hung out. So this fortress at the top of this hill, obviously to be effective it needs to get rid of the vegetation, to have a clear line of fire to see what's going on. But it does lend to the theory that the name of the town could be of Celtic origin. More steps up. wonderful view of the spires. Here's the steps down from the castle. Now 1:15. I suppose if I'd gone into the castle I'd have spent all day and then it would be 6 o'clock by the time I came out. This is the Southern Grove Square. Name that street. I just thought that one is called Pelitsova. And that street follows the castle round. Well, I must have walked a long way down from being up there. There's the main gate that I walked through. Seems a long way from up here. Now this park here was one of the first ever, it was the first park in Moravia, and it was laid out around 200 years ago, just a little bit less. Oh, very classical. Very 19th century, yes, very early 19th century. That's in the Austrian army. Now there we have the old part. It doesn't look very old to me. That building does. And there's the railway station. And I understand there's a plan to move the railway station somewhere about 1 kilometre further away, so it was out of the old bit in order to actually to sell the land. That might be the back of the railway station. Don't know what that is. Anyway, I think the plan was put on hold though because of the cost of actually moving it. I think the problem when you build a railway station is it's, well, first of all the railway station was built there. In this case it was in the 1839 the railway route here. This was a very industrial region and a wealthy part, so it linked Vienna and Brno very quickly, 170 years ago. And obviously it was built where it was then and without thinking what the development needs might be today. Anyway, as far as to the best of my knowledge, protesters actually put a stop to it. Don't know that somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. Wonderful decoration on this church. And there's Tesco. View of Tesco from the walls. Symbol of NATO on this car. Well, Czech Republic or Czechoslovakia certainly wasn't in NATO when that was built. Right. Now coming out of the cathedral, Peter's Cathedral, Petrov it's called, and usual views. Very nice property. Another good church. The church bells ring 11 o'clock every day, which is a tradition that dates back to 1645 because the Swedish general, I think his name was Thomas or something like that, he said he was going to capture the town before midday, so the defenders were rather crafty, so they had them run at 11 o'clock, and the result was that the Swedes just cleared off, thinking that they'd failed in their mission. Nice that's the story. I find it a little difficult to believe that people at that time couldn't tell from the position of the sun, but never mind, that's the story, and they're sticking to it.